Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you all for joining on time and appreciate all of your punctuality. Thank you so much. We are ready to start. We are ready to start, but however, we are expecting more than 600 participants. As all of you can see, your friends and other colleagues are have just started to join now. I think we are supposed to wait for another 3 or 4 minutes, but then we will start with our session. So I kindly request all of your kind patience and cooperation for next few minutes. Thank you so much for all of your understanding. We'll meet you after 3 minutes again. Right now, I will be playing a small video, so please let me know if you could if you could just watch that video. So let me know through the chat box. I'm just going to play it, so please let me know if you can view that video. Okay, very good afternoon to all of you once again. Given the time that we have, we could start the session. I can find Dr. Shrikant sir, who's there in the session, but unable to see him connected to the audio. Sir, if you are connected through any other name, so please let us know. So therefore, I can make you as a panelist. So as we would request you to speak for two minutes with all of your users. So kindly let me know if you are connected to any other name, because with your name audio is not connected is what I could see. So please let me know. Okay, I think Shrikant sir is unable to connect to the video. So in that case, let us go ahead with our session. Let me let's get started. Today, we have Dr. Dhanukumar Patan Shetty from IEEE Bangalore. So I would request my colleague Dr. Dhanukumar to please start the session. Thank you.
Srinivas, I'm audible.
Yeah, yes, sir, you're audible.
Great. Uh, So request everybody to mute yourself. That would help me in a smooth presentation today. I welcome all of you today. Thanks for joining in. Thanks to my colleague MS Srinivas for coordinating the session. MS, if you can mute yourself, that would be great. Thank you. I also would like to thank Dr. Shrikant sir, who has given IEEE and EBSCO an opportunity to address all of you today. I'd like to thank my colleague Pawan Kumar from the EBSCO marketing for helping us with all the logistic support. So I'm here to quickly take you through some of the new things in the IEEE Xplore and introduce you to the IEEE Xplore digital library. Later on, after a few minutes, my colleague MS Srinivas will take over from me. Uh, Thanks to the management, you all have access to the world-class, high-quality content published by the IEEE. We have more than 5 million documents at this point in time. Approximately 200 IEEE journals, and also two-thirds of our content are coming from the IEEE conferences. We sponsor, co-sponsor closely 1,800 conferences every year worldwide. We also publish close to 4,000 standards. We also have several ebooks collections in the area of engineering, telecommunication, computer science, and electrical sciences, etc. We have come out with a lot of new online learning opportunities, and we have these courses delivered through the IEEE learning platform available in the IEEE Xplore and Digital Library. IEEE always stays on the top when it comes to the high quality publications. You take any of these areas, electrical engineering, telecommunications, automation control systems, you take robotics, computing, etc. IEEE journals are always on the top. So this was a study done by Clarivate Analytics every year. Erstwhile Thomson Reuters, every year they look into the citations received by the articles published in a journal and in a subject area. So at the end of the analysis, they look at which are the journals which are on the top and who have been heavily cited in a specific subject areas. So IEEE continues to have the highest impact factor, and 27 of the top 30 journals in electrical electronic engineering belong to IEEE. Likewise, we publish top journals in telecommunications and also several other technical areas. IEEE also is one of the highest cited publisher when it comes to the patent citations. Patent organizations continue to cite IEEE heavily, and IEEE cited more than 3 times than any other publisher. IEEE continues to catch up with the new technology. This year, we are launching almost 24 journals, I would say. Three new journals that is on information theory, technology and society, and industrial electronics, and 21 open access journals. Several of them have already have their first issue. So IEEE provides you several opportunities to read and also publish and also follow your favorite journals. We're also shifted closely to the virtual when the pandemic hit and all of us moved to the lockdown, and many IEEE conferences were kind of disturbed. But IEEE and its volunteers and members took a day's trip, and also authors, and realizing the dream of getting the virtual conferences in place. And we have been doing virtual conferences since then. Very few conferences got rescheduled, but almost all the conferences we have in the virtual mode. One example, Clio conference, which was held in May 2020. There are more than 20,000 registrations from across the globe, 75 countries. And more than 1,800 scientific papers were presented, which is a phenomenal 20% increase compared to the last year. All these papers are now available in the IEEE Xplore digital library. So please do follow IEEE and see how best you can really enhance your career and also your research work. There's some of the new conferences which IEEE carried out last year, this year, blockchain and cryptocurrency, which are coming up strongly nowadays. We have one conference on innovation in clouds, internet and networks, and also ubiquitous robots and many other um, conferences. Please do look out the IEEE Xplore, and you can reach out to your librarian just in case if you do not have access to the full text. IEEE also continues to be on the top in terms of publishing the IEEE standards. There's some of the new version of the IEEE standards. One example is AC capacitive current switching devices over 1000 volts and several other on the microgrid controllers. This actually provides a lot of information in getting the proper specifications, and many of our faculty members do follow the standards and they use the standards. Recently, IEEE introduced River Publishers content, which is almost now part of the IEEE Xplore. There are 8 different collections available in the IEEE Xplore, more than 5,000 high quality books. We also continue to have a strong presence in the e-learning platforms. We recently launched courses on automotive cybersecurity, AI standards, machine learning, digital transformation, cybersecurity itself, and many more courses which are really helpful. One will also get continuing education units and also PDH by taking these courses, and they run from 1 to 3 hours. So my colleague MS is going to share the contact details at the end of this presentation, wherein you can talk to us or else reach out to your librarian. This is a course which we introduced just recently, a couple of months ago, IEEE English for Technical Professionals. It is a 14 hours of online instruction. Um, every every course is split into several modes, and also we have 4 modules wherein we'll be focusing on speaking, listening, writing, and reading skills of the participant. There are also short assessments and also quiz at the end of each lesson. So please do check out some of the cool stuff from the IEEE Xplore digital library. At this point, I would like to pause and pass the baton to my colleague. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to talk to you. Over to you, Srinivas. I think we had Shrikant sir just joined probably for half a minute, but you can check with him once again. Over to you, MS Srinivas.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for highlighting the importance of IEEE and the ongoing advancement with respect to the journals and the courses that are getting. That Thank you for the information that you have shared with all of us. Thank you so much for your time as well. Yeah, Shrikant sir, we could see that Shrikant sir is there. Pawan, can you just make Shrikant sir as a panelist now?
Sure, just give me a moment.
Okay, so you please make sir as the panelist. Shrikant sir, I hope we are audible now.
Sir,
Yeah,
are
so
you
now I
audible?
request, yeah, now I request you to please speak to all of us for 2 or 3 minutes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to one and all the delegates and eminent speakers who came to this online session and wants to give the awareness to all our Mallaradi Engineering College for Women students to achieve some knowledge to how to utilize the IEEE Explore and what are the various features, facilities available for their successful research initiatives. And I also, on behalf of okay, on behalf of all head of the departments, I am congratulating Srinivas sir, who takes a lot of care on exclusively on our women students, and they always trying to give the lot of awareness on how to utilize these resources effectively. Thank you, one and all, sir. And main important for all of students, from IEEE section side, I am requesting you to please gather all information, please follow this session, observe and note all important points, how to effectively utilize the IEEE resources, because you are very nowadays are familiar with the hackathon programs and idea, how to utilize the idea, how to exploit the idea, and already whether in your particular idea whether some research and some literature is available, if you want to collect the information from what sources, how to collect the information effectively. So these type of sessions definitely gives you the awareness on how to effectively utilize the IEEE Explorer, so how to utilize it and inspire it. Okay, so use frequently that IEEE Explore and collect the data, and based on that analyze the data. So whatever your required programs for your technical seminar sake and idea hackathon program sake, mini project sake, major project sake, the most important weapon in entire literature industry is IEEE Explore. So definitely you will be aware with this particular session. So tomorrow onwards, you are gathering information from this particular IEEE Explore. And also I am requesting all our faculty also, please utilize these resources, and you utilize these resources as well as give awareness to your students. And once again, on behalf of Mallaradi Engineering College of Engineering principal ma'am side, so I am congratulating and I am giving my heartfelt thanks to entire IEEE people who are taking this initiative to step into the awareness of IEEE Explore. Thank you, Srinivas sir, and thank you to all the eminent speakers. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind coordination as well in arranging this session and bringing all of us together this afternoon. Thank you very much. And I would request Pawan to please mute, sir. Okay, so let me share my screen and let us go ahead with the purpose of our meeting for this afternoon. Okay, I hope that all of you are able to see the screen which is shared by me right now. Okay, I hope that all. So, can any of you confirm to me if the screen that I've shared is visible to all of you? So you can
Yes.
just let me. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you very much for the confirmation. So, my dear friends, let me, as we have so many things to know in this session, I will straight away jump into the today's session. Before I do that, let me also tell you, my dear friends, please be attentive in this session. Why? Because all of you have a chance to get an e-certificate from today's session. How is it so? I will be sharing I will be sharing a quiz link after some time, maybe 30 minutes later, I will share a quiz link. It's called as on the spot quiz. The moment, I mean, once you attend that quiz for 5 minutes, it's a very simple quiz that you need to attend for 5 minutes. And once you get a minimum of 20 percentage of the marks, so you would be able to get your e-certificate instantly into your Gmail ID. So to get your e-certificate, you have to be attentive because the questions which would be asked in that quiz is related with whatever I'm going to share with all of you in this session. So kindly be attentive, and my dear friends, I hope all of you will make good use of the information that you will know from this session. Okay, now, as I move forward, just a couple of information that I would like to share from my side. My dear friends, I request all of you to please make a note of this username and password that you can see here on my screen. My dear friends, all of you might be knowing, or some of you might be knowing, that IEEE, you can use it only if you're there in the campus of your institution because it's IP-based access. But March 2020 onwards, this scenario has changed. Why? Because we are all attending online classes. We are all there in different parts of the country. So with this, we all cannot go to the campus. And then how do we access IEEE, or how do we download the IEEE articles as like you were doing it when you were there in the campus? So for that, what we did was we provided a username password to your college. Okay. So what you're seeing on my screen, the same thing we have shared it with your librarian or the concerned authorities. So to share it with all of you so that all of you can use IEEE, download the IEEE articles sitting at Hyderabad, Tirupati, Vizag, Vijayawada, Guntur, or Rajasthan, or even Jammu, Kashmir, anywhere you can be, any part of the country, you can just sit and just download the articles by using this username and password. And this we have given it to Malareddy Engineering College for Women. So, my dear friends, it would be good for you to make a note of it for a couple of reasons. That is, as I've told you, we would be having a quiz after 30 minutes. So to attend that quiz, you need to go to IEEE Explore Digital Library, and to go there, you need to enter this username password. And not just that, so right now, IEEE Explore Quiz Challenge is going on pan India. Okay, so till October 31st, this IEEE Explore Challenge is going to happen. And this, for the top 50 people for the top 50 people, there are chances to get Amazon Kindle or 1 terabyte hard disk or the smart wristwatch or the IEEE t-shirts. So all of them will be yours if you come in top 50, and to attend that quiz or that quiz challenge also, you would be requiring this. So my dear friends, and not just that, as I was told earlier, if you want to use IEEE and download the articles as well, so for that you need to enter this username and password. So my dear friends, this is the reason why I'm stressing so much on this part. So please take 10 seconds of time, and kindly don't get confused with this alphabets or the numericals that you see. For example, here in the username, what you have, WD4T, it's 0 and not O. So don't get confused with this, and kindly enter the correct alphabet or the numeric, so that you will not face any problem later. Okay, I would be giving next 5 seconds to you. Please make a note of this. As librarian sir is also here, I would request librarian sir to please share it with all of your faculty and colleagues, this username and password, so that those people who are not there in the session, so let them also can make use of this IEEE Explore Digital Library from anywhere. Okay, now hoping that all of you have made a note of it. So moving ahead, my dear friends, IEEE Explore Digital Library has a lot of content, and the numbers that you see here are just for the representation. And the overall content now has been increased to 5.2 million from 4.7. This is the overall content which is available in your IEEE Xplore digital library. Now we will see more of this aspects from the IEEE Xplore platform. So we will go there in next 1 minute or so. Now, what are these images that you're seeing here are in IEEE Xplore, where there are many new features which are added, okay, which will be helpful for students when they're doing their project work, or for the faculty when they're doing the presentations or taking part in the conferences or the seminars. Now, there is a provision for all of you to directly copy an image from an IEEE article and use it in your slides like this. And this is just an example of one of the article related to cancer detection, and that's what I have just taken the image and put it here for all of your reference. Okay, so some of these slides are there, followed by, my dear friends, as many of you are aware about IEEE, you would have heard about IEEE. Why is it why it will be useful? So if you ask anybody, they would say it will be useful for the project work. They will say it will be useful for the research work, or that's what they will say. Apart from that, there are many other uses also, like for the faculty who would be teaching many of the theoretical subjects, for them to give a practical aspect of what is happening in today with respect to the technology. See, everybody keep talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, big data, cloud computing. So all of us will be saying these words, but how these are being used in the real time, and that practical aspect, when you try to bridge in with your theoretical teaching, and that's what there would be a great improvement and improvement in terms of the understanding ability by your students also. Okay, that's how you can connect with your students more on the practical aspects. Apart from that, those students who would be planning to do their higher studies in foreign countries, how will they know which are the universities and which are the departments where they can do a focused research on certain topics, and all of that. And somebody want to become an entrepreneur, who want to do a startup with respect to the software or tech or with the software, so for them also this IEEE would be useful, and how we will see it shortly. Now, my dear friends, after this, let's go to IEEE Xplore digital library platform, where I can show you all those new features which have been added, and how it will be helpful in terms of publishing an article, how it would be useful for your placement preparation, how it would be useful for you to do your project work. All of that we would see shortly. And my dear friends, I told you to make a note of this username and password, but where will you enter that? Now you have to enter that username and password in this link. And what is this? It's IEEE.ieee.org. So kindly enter this, make a note of this link. I'm sure that your librarian would have made an arrangement for all of you to know what is the URL of IEEE Xplore. Even then, it would be good if you can make a note of it, so that anytime you want to directly go to IEEE Xplore Digital Library, you could just enter this URL, that's IEEE.xplore.ieee.org. So again, my dear friends, next 5 to 10 seconds will be with you to make a note of this URL. And before I start, if anybody wants to try on your own, because already you have the username and password, you can straight away go enter the username and password by clicking using this URL. It's IEEE explore.ieee.org. Okay, now we have to spend more of our time on the platform of IEEE Xplore Digital Library. Now, my dear friends, you can see already your institution name is here. And how did this happen? It happened the way I was explaining to all of you till now. So you have to enter IEEE Explore, IEEE.explore.org. Any of you who will be there in the campus of your institution, so for them, automatically you would see your institution name. Since I'm there in Bangalore, and if I want to access IEEE Explore Digital Library, then I will click on institutional sign in, and you have the username and password already with you, which is, again, I'm going to show it. So you have to just use this username and password which is allocated for your institution. So now as you do this, then you can see your institution name as you were seeing earlier. So now, my dear friends, once you see your institution name, it would be the same like how you were using it earlier when you were there in the campus of MR So similarly, in that way itself, you can access your IEEE Xplore digital library, and also you can download the articles as per the subscription which is there for MRECW. Now, my dear friends, it is okay. Somebody can think, oh, what is there? Only it will give us the articles, journal articles, conference articles we will get, and that's all. Now, what is the speciality of this? Now, the speciality of this IEEE Xplore is, yes, it will give you articles for journals and magazines and conferences, but then much more content which will be helpful in other ways are also there available to you. Now, before I start with the searching part, let me just briefly give you a quick tour of this landing page of IEEE Xplore Digital Library. My dear friends, yes, your search box is here. And in the PPT, you saw one slide where there was a mention of 4.7 million results were there or articles were there. But then I told you 5.2 million. Now you can see it has become 5.3 million, which just means that the content will be adding on a daily basis. That's what you have to understand. So therefore, my dear friends, as this is your normal search box, okay, you can just enter a keyword, keywords, anything. I mean, if you know the title of the articles, you can enter all of them directly, or you can also see this, use this specific search, or we call this as a global search box, because there are, like, say, your HOD Shrikant sir would have written some research articles. If you want to read his research articles, you can just make a selection of author and give his name, or your principal madam name, and you can go to their articles. Or if any of you want to go directly to a conference articles related to IoT, you can use this option. So therefore, this is called as global search box, and followed by, my dear friends, see, we have top searches. Now what it is, see, IEEE is being used in 166 countries across the world. Okay, maybe 168 or 166. So now, what are the people looking at from all these countries? What are they using? What content are they looking for? What are the topics that they're interested in? So here we have the top 10 of them, and the top 10 you can see from image processing to blockchain. Of course, no much surprises for all of us, because as I've already said, this is what we also keep talking about. Okay, so you ask any student and they would easily say, I want to connect, I want to do something with IoT, related with IoT, or I want to do something with cloud computing, big data I will use. So that's what the students will be talking about. Okay, and the faculty, maybe in a much advanced level, they will be thinking in these terms of machine learning or artificial intelligence in those cases. Now, it has become so easy for any of you to just click on the topic and it would take you to the results of image processing. See how easy it is. It is just like, quicker than snap of a finger. You need not type anything. And here we are at image processing. And in this image processing, you have overall results. Okay, this you have seen in the slide. What are the overall contents that are available in IEEE, right? Now, this you have already seen. But then I want to take your attention on one thing. Now, yes, this is the overall content that is available in IEEE, but for Mallaradi Engineering College for Women, what is that you can use from this overall content? What is that you can use as a student or a faculty of MRECW? So for that, you have two ways, my dear friends. The first one and the easiest one is for you to click on subscribe content. As you do so, now you can see the number has been changed. And now why is it? What happened? I know earlier it was showing 3 lakhs and now it's been just to 52,000. What happened to rest of the results? My dear friends, every institution will, whoever has subscribed to IEEE, they would have done subscribed in different kind of packages. Okay, as per the package, I'll tell the name of the package also, which has been subscribed by MRECW as ASPP package. As per that ASPP subscription, so you can just download these 52,904 results from that 3 lakh 3 lakh articles. So okay, so now all these is yours. And the second option, how you can know what is the content that you can download, is go to the my settings and click on what can I access. So that will give you much more in detailed information, like from which journals, which magazines, which conferences you would be able to download the content. So these are the two ways in which you can come to know what is the content that you can download. When I say download, which is green and which is open for you to download. Now there is something new which has happened, my dear friend. That is here you can directly know what journals, what magazines, what conferences are there with respect to image processing. And this has just happened close to 2 weeks ago. Okay, just 2 weeks ago, they have given this section of going to that specific journal or a magazine or a conference right here from this page itself. So this is one of the new thing what has happened last 2 weeks ago. Now yes, we have 52,000 results. That's fantastic, but what are we going to do with this 52,000 results? Now, are we going to use all of them? I don't know how many of you will use all of them. So we will use any of the articles based on 2 or 3 conditions. Number one, which are the latest articles? Number two, which are the most cited articles, or which are the most widely used articles, or which is the most downloaded articles out of 52,000. Now these are some of the 3 parameters, and if somebody who's there from R&D, and for their R&D, and now they want to see which are the articles which are used for patents in maximum of the patents, as Dr. Tanukumar was mentioning about this patents as well. Now let's just simply have a look at this most downloaded articles related to image processing. Okay, so now here are those articles which have been downloaded maximum. Okay, but we are saying maximum number of times downloaded, but what is this? 4. Is this a maximum number of times which are downloaded? No, no, not that. So my dear friends, see here, it has been downloaded 1,06,947 times. This article has been downloaded. So that's how you will get to know how many times it has been downloaded. And this is, I mean, this is what the highest number of this article which has been downloaded number of times in the given selection. If you also want to download it, just one click, my dear friends. And as you download and use it, you have to give the references, and giving references is very easy with this option of cite this. What it means? It is just that you can give the references in different formats. If you don't know any of the format names, just click on to this plain text, click on copy, and therefore it is ready for you to paste it in the reference section. So giving the citation or giving the references is just very easy in 2 clicks only. And now for any of those people who would be doing the literature search, for them this section they have to keep an eye. Why is it so? Because whoever it is, whether a student or a faculty, when you are writing when you are when you want to write a research article, when you want to gather in information for your project work to start, or to give a thesis presentation, so that time you would be requiring articles related to certain concept. In that case, this section will give you an idea of what are the articles which are already published with respect to this, similar to this concept. And that's what you can see, and that's what you can just make use of, or gather all of these articles in one place so that your time is saved. Okay, followed by you have all these icons. Some of them are familiar. when these authors have written this article, they also have referred to other articles. So which are those articles that they have referred? If you want to email this article to somebody, you can do it. And the people from R&D, you have to just take a copyright permission if you want to use some content from here, if it is for some commercial purpose. And this is called as collaborative. Right now it's not enabled because I have not logged in with my personal account. Okay, if I had logged in with my personal account, it would have been enabled. And now this has to be enabled? This has to be enabled for specific reasons. Like I just told you, if you like all these articles, put it in your folder. Where is a folder? You cannot see in folder anywhere. In the collaborative there would be a folder where you can store all your articles that would be useful for you. And for the faculty who would be interested to write some research articles and want to want to discuss with some like-minded people from different institutions, from different geographies, so you can do that by going to collaborative. Collaborative is nothing but it's a connecting platform. And say, what is this bell? It's nothing but a citation alert, which just means that, say, next time if somebody cites this article, somebody download this article. So if you want to know, you can just set a citation alert. Okay, so these are some of the icons that you have. Okay, and next things are you can just see when talking about the numbers part, highly downloaded articles. So now you can see the month on month download that this has got. And also sometimes you also may be seeing if this has been shared through any of the social media like Twitter, Facebook, or any of that, so that would be captured. So this is how, my dear friends, you will come to know the top 10 articles. And when we are talking about top 10 articles, now how do we download? Yes, now we have got an idea. How do we get the top 10 articles with the top 10 most downloaded articles? Once we have got an idea, how can we download it? And should we spend 10 minutes of time downloading all these 10 articles? No. What you have to do, very simple. Use this option, select all on page. Now click on download PDFs and it's ready to download. You have just seen that all the top 10 most downloaded articles are selected, and as I hit the download button, all the 10 will be downloaded in a matter of 1 minute or 2 minutes maximum, and we'll get the message also. So this is how the things have been made easier, whether you're a faculty or a student, and this is how the things are much easier for all of you to use now. Now it's left to you, my dear friends, what you want to download. Okay, whether it's a top 10 most downloaded articles, or the top 10 most highly referred articles, or the latest articles that you want to use. Okay, so all these things are there with you. I've just shown you how to download the top 10 articles in one go, so that we have just seen. Okay, so you also now know how to download the latest articles also. Okay, see, year 2021 articles are also here. Why? How is it possible? Because there will be some journals who would have released the next year edition now itself. Okay, that's there. Okay, now what else? Now you've got an idea, some pretty good idea you've got about the identifying the top 10 articles. Now you know how to download the top 10 also in one go. That is also done. What next? Okay, so we have certain filters that will make your work much easier, and that you could see here. And you have a time period also. That's like what you see from 1927 to 2021. But you have an option to narrow it down to number of articles that you want as per certain years. Okay, if you want it for, okay, so this we have got the confirmation that all the 10 have been downloaded successfully. So last 10 years I selected, and I can use only articles from last 10 years. So my dear friends, if you want to use 2 years articles also, you can do it. If you want to use articles from last 5 years also, you can do it. So it depends upon your need. So I will not say okay, so this is only for these many years you have to download, so that I will not say anything. Okay, so right now we were talking about the time period, and after that we have certain filters. I'll just touch upon certain filters and then move on to the advanced search, and then show you something related to authorship, and then we would close this session. Meanwhile, that on the spot quiz also will happen, which gives you all a chance to get a certificate for yourself. Okay, so still this time period is 1927. As I've said, you can narrow it down to any number of years that you want. Okay, so we have all these articles from last 9 years. Okay, so some of the important filters, my dear friends, which will be useful for you are author. This will let you know who are the experts in the area of image processing, who has written maximum number of articles in the image processing area. So you can just make a note of these authored names and go to their specific articles only. Followed by you have affiliation, as I was talking about the higher studies for those people who want to pursue your MS in abroad. So this will let you know some of the universities and some of the departments where you can do exclusive research on image processing, that you can see it here through these university names as well. Okay, followed by, if you want to know something with respect to your placements, your internship, or for faculty something to do with the collaboration, all of that you can give it in the affiliation. Now in the affiliation, you can see some of the articles which are most of the articles are there here from the academic institutions like IITs, IDRBT, and triple IT. So CBIT, some colleges they have I mean, some colleges faculty or students might have published this. And if you want to see about something to do with your placement, have a look at this. G Global Research, Samsung, your IASC, where someone can do an internship, and you can see systems again, ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, or you have the worlds of education. So, my dear friend, this is how the affiliation will be helpful. I mean, how this will be related to the placement is, as you go to the Samsung, you will get to know, okay, they are using the concept of image processing in the various of the projects that they would be doing. And now, if you're so well versed and if your fundamentals is very strong in terms of your image processing fundamentals, so then you have high chances that you can be employed here with Samsung or GE, some of the reputed companies, or most desirable companies, most sought after companies to work for from the core sector. Followed by, my dear friends, this IEEE in this IEEE Explore Digital Library, you have 330 plus journals and magazines. And if you want to know, coming to the image processing related journals, if you specifically want to know what journals would be available for you to do a exclusive focused research articles to get related to image processing. So here you go, you have a dedicated journal for image processing. And somebody who would be doing in the healthcare, somebody who would be doing research in the healthcare side, yes, you can see medical imaging is there, and you can just make a note of these two journal names, and next time onwards you can directly go to these two journals only. And coming to the supplemental items, this is new. I mean, of course, old, but then a new feature for some of you, because you might be seeing this for the first time. We have added certain codes, and these are reproducible codes. What do I mean by reproducible codes? Say some researcher would have written a program for their output. Okay, once they've got their output, they have voluntarily given that code to the public, to the society, to the students like you, who are, for some of you, as Shrikant sir was mentioning about hackathon. Some of you might be very passionate in doing coding, and if you want to just keep experimenting, want to make use of these codes, want to test some things, then definitely you can use these codes, you can test on them, you can experiment, you can check all of that, so that can be done. Yeah, so that's one of the way. Or the second option is, there might be some people who will fall in my category, like uh, for me, writing a programming language is difficult. Okay, for me it's not my cup of tea, or it doesn't come so easily for me. So what I will do is, I will just go to this article where there's a code already available, and I will try to understand why this code has been written, why this code has been written, how I can modify it. So all of that I will come to know, and accordingly, as per my requirement, I'll go ahead and I will change this code. By the way, where is the code? Now the code can be in different programming languages, from Java, Python, MATLAB, Octavia, C or C++. It could be in any of these programming languages. This example, what we are seeing right now, is in MATLAB. Okay, my dear friends, few of the things that I would like to highlight here is, you can run the code to understand why this has been written for. Of course, there is something output here. Okay, it's been hidden by this message, or you can see the published result. I mean, that's nothing but the original output. You have to compare. Okay, when you make changes, then you should be able to give a justification, what is the change that you have done, and for that change, what is the difference between the original output and the for the modification that you have made. So for that comparison, the original output will be available here, and the code will be there under the files. And my dear friends, these are all the live platforms. Okay, if you do not have a software of MATLAB in your system, then you can directly use this code on these platforms and get your result, run it. But before doing that, you have to do a sign up or create your account in the code ocean. Now, what is this code ocean? You are getting these codes from an organization called as Code Ocean. They're giving these codes for free for the students to use it, I mean, for anybody to use it. Now, the only condition that they have is, you have to sign up. That means you have to just create an account once, and after that you can go ahead and edit the codes. Okay, so before I move on to the other part, let me just show you the codes which are available. Now you can see the code is here, my dear friends. As I've said, you can just use it, but the only condition, you have to click on edit capsule and then go ahead, edit it, then run it and see what is the output that you might get it. Okay, so this is how you can make use of the codes what are available in this IEEE Xplore digital library. And something else for your project works are the images and equations. Some of the articles will have equations, images also. Now, let us just have a look at this article which is saying media is there. Now, what do you mean when media icon is there? There might be some videos embedded, or there might be some images in that article, and that's the meaning of media icon showing in that article. Okay, so my dear friends, this is, you can see it here. Okay, so let me take some other example, and then we'll show you that equations and the formula equations and the images part. Okay, let me consider this study of texture segmentation and classification for grading small hepatocellular images. So it's a 2021 article and already it has 117 full text views. Okay, I think we are missing on some content, so let me just restart it. I hope all of you remember the URL. It's IEEE Yes, we are back here again. Yeah, let me continue further directly by taking some example in the advanced search. And before doing that, some of the other points what are there in this landing page. Some of you who are interested to know some COVID-19 articles exclusively, we have a separate section and the link is here. And some of you who want to follow these, some of the reputed authors in their own field, and if your area of interest is also the same, you can follow these authors from here. If you want to read some of the trending articles, so the trending articles are here that can be read, and followed by what would be the changes that would be happening in IEEE Xplore, so that you can see from here. Followed by if you want to take part in any of the conferences, that to virtual conferences, so you can find the information here. So in this way, my dear friends, all you have much of the aspects that are covered in the landing page of IEEE Xplore Digital Library. And now advanced search, that let's go to the advanced search. Just let me show you or tell you what are the advantages of using advanced search. If you want to combine it with multiple of the topics, I mean, if you want to combine it with different topics, so we all know that Internet of Things can also be, I mean, more 98, I mean, 90% people say it is IoT. And this I want to combine it with, say, for example, we keep talking about automation much. And if not automation, let's say smart home systems, or further add it to link it with, say, artificial intelligence also. And for time being, let us not get cloud computing here. So I hope you would have observed I have combined different topics simultaneously with respect to Internet of Things, from automation to smart homes to, but not the cloud computing, and that was possible with the help of the Boolean operators. Now I hope all of you are able to remember that you, whenever you want to get the articles that you can download, you have to click on my subscribed content, which I have done, and therefore it is there here that you can see now all the articles that can be downloaded. And I was looking at some of the articles which I wanted to show you in terms of images or the equations. So let me just take this article of 2020, security and privacy of smart home systems based on IoT. So let's see what images, what equations are there here. Okay, that's good. We have got some image, and let me show here how you can copy it, my dear friends. Very easy. As you click on the image, it's as simple as copy paste. So you can just copy it and then put it in your PPT directly. So there it is ready. So this is how you can directly copy copy from the IEEE article. So will there be any problem? No. If you're using it for the academic purpose, there would not be any problem. Only you have to take care of the plagiarism part if you're publishing the article. Now you have just seen the image that can be copied, and let me show you if there is any equation. So I will show, okay, very good. We have the equation also. Now, my dear friends, let's see this equation number 7 or equation number 8. Okay, equation number 8 looks complex in terms of more time consuming if you want to copy this or copy this. But then in IEEE, you have some option called as mathml code, and this mathml code will allow you to copy and use this code, replicate it easily. And how you can do that is you can just go to the Word document wherever you are thinking for this to be published, or you want to have this equation. So you can just go to that document and just paste it with use this special paste option and unformatted, and here it is ready, equation number 8, and it would have taken maybe 20 or 25 seconds. I don't know, I've not counted it exactly, but approximately I'm saying it might have just taken 20 or 25 seconds to get this equation number 8. So this is happening with respect to the mathml code. So my dear friends, this is how you have so many things. This is how it has been made user friendly. You know, we always keep thinking, as we say, IEEE means advancing technology for humanity. And as we do that, we want to make things simpler for our users. So is the reason we have been doing, or we have been adding these features so that you can use it very easily. Okay, so till now we have, I mean, I've just shown you how you can download top 10 articles in one go, how you can use the codes, how you can modify them, how you can use the figures or the equations that we have seen, and certain information for your placement for your higher studies. All of that also has been discussed now. Now, my dear friends, it's time for you to take up the quiz and get your e-certificate for this session. Okay, so before I put that quiz link, let me talk about this create account and personal sign-in. What is this? If there is an IEEE student branch already in MRECW, what you can simply do is, if you're a member of that, you can simply click on personal sign-in. Or if there is a faculty who is a member of IEEE, you can also just go and click on personal sign-in. Now, why you have to do it? If you click on personal sign-in, what would happen is there are certain options for you that would happen. Now, what are those options? My dear friends, here, as you create your personal account in IEEE Xplore Digital Library, you can set alerts for the topics of your choice. See, randomly I clicked on artificial intelligence, correct? But then all of you would be having articles of your choice. You would have different things on your mind, and if you want to know the articles related to wireless sensors, somebody wants to do on the automated vehicles, or the sensors, or the something to do with the electromagnetic waves, or something to do with your mobile phones, VLSI embedded system. So there will be a lot of topics which you will be interested in. Somebody wants to do something renewable energy, set an alert. You will receive email notifications like this to your email ID. So here you can just see that I have received an email saying that automation 1103 new articles are added related to automation. Please go and check. I've received this mail on October 15th. Followed by, I have received, I like this journal, Transactions on Mechatronics. I like this. So I had set an alert for this journal. I've got an email saying, okay, new issue, October month issue has been released. Go and check. So this is how you can set an alerts for any topic or a journal. Or the other aspect of this is, to use the Collaboratech, you need to have this, and to use the courses which were shown by Dr. Danu Kumar. So that also you require this personal account. Okay, one last part is there. I will do that. But please take up the quiz. Okay, I'm just going to put that quiz link right now. People who are there on YouTube, I'm sorry, you may not be able to get the e-certificate because this link I will be I'll just put it. I don't know if you can still see it or use it. Okay, let me try with everyone. Let just confirm to me if you got this quiz link.
Srinivas,
Yes.
what I can
Yes.
do is if I can copy paste the link in YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, please. Thank you. Okay. Can others confirm to me if you're able to see this quiz link? So let me know if you're all able to see the quiz link. Okay, great. Thanks, Shrestha, for the confirmation. Okay, my dear friends, as I've said earlier, you have to use your Gmail ID if you want e-certificate because it goes to your Gmail ID. And just give me a minute, please. Okay. So don't start. Give me just 30 seconds. I've done something. I have to do something. So just don't start right away, please. Meanwhile, you can just have an hands-on experience by the time I make some changes to that. Please log into IEEE Xplore Digital Library with the username and password which was provided or which you have noted down earlier. Okay, I'll put a new link, so please don't use that. By then, please use IEEE Xplore Digital Library. So it would be a simple quiz. This is an on-the-spot quiz, and that link will get deactivated after 7 minutes because the timer has been set. When you don't worry, I'll give you 5 minutes. I hope all of you can see this link.
Uh, just give me a minute. Yeah, I've already shared the link in YouTube.
Yeah.
Can you hear me,
Shravya, thank you for
Srinivas?
confirming. Okay, next time starts. Okay, no, I hear you, Pavan.
All right. So
Yeah.
I've already shared the link in on YouTube.
So this new link you have shared, which ends with Q9, this you have shared.
I haven't received it. Can you share that link with me once again? I cannot see the new link.
Sorry, you could not see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have put it in attendees, so let me put it for everyone, then you might see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So, my dear friends, last 4 minutes, you have to get minimum 20 percentage of the total mark, and then only you will get your certificate. Very simple. Just remember 320. Your certificate will be waiting for you in your inbox, and just confirm. And once you get it, we also would happy to share the with your other friends. Okay. Minutes. Okay, my dear friends, I kindly request all of you to please stop taking the quiz and let me know how many of you got the e-certificate. So Shrestha, good, congratulations. Yes, somebody who has mentioned the register number, congratulations. 5F5. Okay, that's good. Okay. Fine, my dear friends, all those of you who have got the certificate, congratulations. And let me just close this session by covering last two topics. I request everybody to please stop attending the quiz right now. Okay, last two things, my dear friends, before we say tata bye bye. I just mentioned something with respect to the authorship. Whoever are interested to write a research article, maybe faculty also. Now, I did mention that there are 330 plus journals. So, how do you know which journals are there? Or, for example, you got to know that there is a specific journal for image processing. Now, you can come to this journal section and just enter the word image processing. Now it says there are 6 journals or magazines or conferences related to image processing. Now let's go to IEEE transactions on image processing. So if you know the name of it, you can go directly. And now some of the important things all of you should remember here. Impact factor, which will give you an idea that for this journal there will be many people who would be submitting the articles or who would be reading the articles, so this journal will be used much. Okay, so if your article gets published, so your visibility will be good, and that's what this impact factor indicates. Followed by, you can collect some of the most downloaded articles from this journal here. And if you want to download one complete issued articles in one go, you can just use this. Okay, there is some option missing here. We'll see, and this will be useful for the literature search. If you want to go back for some of the back volumes, so you can use this. And then when you go to the about journal, you can see I've already set an alert for this journal. That's why it is showing for me like this. If you or for you, it would show add this to the alerts. It will show for you. Now, as we go to the author center, so you have step-by-step process here. You will get the tips, ideas about writing your first article to the publishing. Now, assuming somebody has already written an article and want to publish it, now to get an idea where you want to publish it, you come to this place. You can see some video tutorials. Some experts have delivered us a lecture on how to write a research articles that you can see it here. Followed by, you have the author tools. Now in this author tools only, we would find publication finder or recommender. Publication finder. See, if you have written some article related to wireless sensors, or if you have written an article related to solar energy or thermal energy, or if you have written something with respect to the transmission losses, or okay, so say for example, you have just written something like uh, automation, and now if you want to see where you can send this article on automation related to, you can send this article that you have written to these journals and magazines. This will give you an idea whether there will be an authorship fees or not, and this will be showing you what is the standard or the quality of the journal for which you're sending that article to, and this will let you know for how long you have to wait if your article gets selected to be published. And if it gets selected, if your article gets selected to be published in this journal, IEEE transactions on intelligent vehicles, you have to wait for more than 1 year. Okay. Yes, so that's how you will come to know the information. Or if you want to know about any of the conferences, so this will be useful for all of you. Okay. Now, my dear friends, before we disperse from here, there are 2 points. As said in the beginning of the session, there is IEEE Explore quiz challenge which is going on, and another 10 days is there for you to take up that IEEE Explore quiz challenge. So I will be sending that email to your librarian or even Shrikant sir also. So please do take part in that IEEE Explore quiz challenge, because there are attractive prizes to be won, which I've already said, like that of 1 terabyte hard disk, or the smart wristwatch, or the Kindle, or the T-shirt. So all of that would be yours if you come in top 50. Okay, you can help yourself, and how you can help yourself is by going to the resources and help section. Here there are some videos for you to watch and understand about certain of the features which are here, like that of the advanced search, command search, and all other aspects that you can see. Or there are some soft copies that are available here. Soft copy of the guides are available. If you want to attend the online sessions directly from the USA team, you can register here, and you will come to know whenever the sessions would be happening from USA that they would be doing. Okay, so that is it from my side. And before we close this session, there is some formality, a small formality from your side to do. My dear friends, please give your valuable and constructive feedback. I'm just posting a feedback link for this session. My dear friends, tinyurl.com/IEEE training evaluation. So this is the feedback link. So please give your valuable and constructive feedback. It goes to our USA headquarters. Yeah, so my colleague Pawan would like to share that IEEE Explore quiz link. So please share it, Pawan. So my dear friends, this tinyurl.com is for your feedback. And yeah, you see, you also got a link for IEEE Explore challenge as well. That's bit.ly link. So please see a lot of things to get for yourself, my dear friends. And if you have any queries, concerns, suggestions, so please send it to msrinivasa@ebsco.com. Okay, so if any of you have any questions now to ask, so please do ask me.